deciding what I wanted to go to university for, it was business because I'm not sure what I want to do, and that seems like a good thing to give me lots of options. And then along the way, taking the business classes in university, it was, okay, accounting, I like numbers, I like people, this could maybe be a good fit for me. So seeing her in her career and sort of the journey that she had sort of inspired me to become a CPA myself. I think for me, it's just when you put it on your resume, it automatically shows to people and gives you credibility about what your skills are. And so going for certain jobs, it's something that people are looking for, that show that you just have that level of thinking, that you've got great financial skills. I think there is a level of leadership that comes along with the CPA that people are looking for, and it's something that opens lots of different doors in lots of different industries for people. I think in terms of what it unlocks is I wouldn't be in the position I am without being a CPA. It's a requirement to do the CFO role at St. Jerome's. It's something they're looking for in terms of having that oversight of all the financials of the university. And so it's required. But in terms of the journey that I was on, I think coming into the university world and working in finance, the finance department of universities is something that the CPA sort of led me to, and along my career journey decided that I would like to be, and sort of that's where I saw leadership opportunities for myself. So found myself moving into the university sector, which is something that I'm passionate about. Really love being around students and love being in the environment of a university, and so has allowed me to grow into the role that I'm in now. I'm a sort of sports fanatic, love to play hockey and golf and baseball and soccer and sort of everything, and so brought some stuff around that. And then of course the picture of my kids. I think the most favorite thing in my life is my kids and hanging out with them. And I think something over the course of the pandemic that I've really appreciated about being able to be home is spending time as a family. And during the work day, if the kids were home, being able to say, hey, yeah, let's go to the park or do stuff with them. And yeah, kids are starting to get into sports, and I've been coaching my son's soccer team and hockey team, and it's something that I've really loved to do, is just being involved in their lives and exploring sort of their love for sports and other activities. I think camp has really informed who I am as a leader, who I am as a CPA. I can attribute so many of the great and best things in my life to being someone who went to camp, and especially Muskoka Woods. It's something that, Muskoka Woods is a place that really looks to develop leaders and empower people to sort of achieve their best. And yeah, I think sort of working in the camp leadership world, it gave me confidence to say, yeah, I can be a good leader and I want to apply this to my career. Muskoka Woods is the place where I met my wife. Have some really long-lasting friendships, still have a really close connection to Muskoka Woods, and so it's some place that I look forward to sending my own kids one day, and really love what they do for young people and love how they develop leaders. Volunteering is, definitely really rewarding professionally and personally to me. It's just something that, growing up in a tight-knit community and being someone who played sports I've benefited hugely from great volunteers, and so have always wanted to be someone who gives back to my community. And the organization I've been involved in the closest since living in Guelph is the Guelph Community Foundation, which is an organization that gives grants to a variety of different causes within the community. It's an organization that looks to sort of enhance the quality of life and really give opportunities across the board and within the community to lots of different places. And as a CPA is a place where I feel like I can add good value. The board's looking for people who can help oversee the finance and sort of decision making from a financial perspective of the board, and is a place where I feel like I gain a lot in terms of learning about what's going on in the community and having that fulfilling fulfillment in the work that I've been doing, but also being able to apply my skills and help the organization do great things. I think definitely from a board perspective and volunteerism perspective, boards are looking for CPAs. They don't necessarily get to interact with you on a day-to-day basis, and so it's a quick way to show that you have financial skills that they're looking for. From a governance perspective, they want to make sure that you have good oversight of their financial statements. They want to make sure that the audit process is going well. well. They want to make sure that that the organization is headed in the right direction financially. And so when they're reviewing people to be on their boards, I think specifically they're looking for CPAs because they just know what they're getting, and it's an important thing for them to have that skill set on their board. On the corporate side, unlocks lots of opportunities. It shows sort of your baseline skill sets when it comes to dealing with the financial side of the business or the institution that you're working for. And so when you have a person with a CPA versus a person without a CPA, it's possible for them to have the same skills or experiences that they've gained over the course of their career, but there's just a credibility level in having the CPA that people, when you put those letters beside your name, that people know what your skill set is versus, and I mean, you get the chance to prove that when you're working somewhere. But I think it's just a bigger uphill climb for someone without the CPA to show that skill set. So I think naturally CPAs gravitate towards leadership roles in organizations. And so as leaders within institutions and business and within their own organizations, there's a great ability to affect change. One area that sort of comes to mind for me and going through at my own institution is sort of thinking about carbon footprint, thinking about sort of environmental concerns of the world. You hear lots about global warming and climate change and those types of things. And so how do we impact our organizations to lower our carbon footprints? One of the ways, sort of within the university sector, there's been lots of organizations talking about divestment or how they're going to do responsible investing within their organizations. And so that's a topic, one example of a topic that CPAs can use their skills and insight to affect positive change and to be able to work with other organizations, work with big companies to be able to affect a more global change. I would describe my leadership style as someone who's very collaborative. I love to work in a team environment. I'm someone who really likes to try and bring the best out in others and try to recognize that everyone within my team or who I work with might need a little something different from me, depending on what they're working on or their personal style. So I like to try and be adaptive and give people what they need so that they can achieve their best at work. I'm someone who I think is calming. I like to be able to recognize when people are stressed out and to ask some questions and to try and make them feel comfortable and calm in their own work. And then I'm also someone who likes to have fun and likes to try and make people laugh and try and have a good time when at work. And with the certain type of people, learn about what's going on in their lives and to be able to ask them specific questions about sort of the things that they're passionate about and the things that they love to do at home.